Hi, I'm Cyclon, and today I wanted to talk about how to actually play an Aurabot. Now, this is not going to be a build guide, this is more a playstyle guide, because there is quite actually a very big difference between playing a carry or a solo build and playing an Aurabot. There's a difference in the what it's supposed to do, how it's actually played, and in communication. And I want to really go over that because in the past few leagues that I've played Aurabot since Delirium League, and in those leagues when I played with other people who played then the Aurabot, I've noticed a few things that some Aurabots do and others don't, that puts those few Aurabots that do this way above everybody else. It's just that it's more enjoyable to play with them. There are less deaths, there's a more fun and smooth gameplay, and it's just a very nice atmosphere to have. So I formulated 3 golden rules that I follow when I play Aurabot, and I will share them with you now. And afterwards, I'm going to take a look at my own map gameplay with the conversation between me and my carry, and what we talk during that map, to show you what we do, what I do, what he does, to make it more smooth for the both of us. Now, before I head into this, I really just quickly want to ask if you could subscribe to my channel, if and only if you do enjoy my kind of content. Now, if you enjoy this video, and will put out more Aurabot videos, I also put out other stuff, but if you do enjoy that, I would really appreciate if you could help my channel grow with a subscribe. And without further ado now, let's head into the first golden rule, and that is follow the carry. Now, this might sound very intuitive to some, and it most probably is, but there is the huge difference between the roles. A carry has specific role: read the map, kill enemies, and run the map basically. Now, so that means he looks at the map, looks where to go, looks what to do, and does stuff. You as the Aurabot have an entirely different role because those roles actually do not overlap. An Aurabot is not supposed to read the map, and the Aurabot cannot kill enemies. He is made to give more damage and survivability to the others in the party. So what he does is he follows the carry. He looks where the carry is and he moves there. He keeps the carry in the range of his auras. Because let's say the following scenario. The carry is running the map. He's looking where to move next, what to kill. It's a very juice, it's a very dangerous map, and then an exalt drops. The carry didn't notice it because he is on your top left corner of the screen, and the exalt dropped behind. A stray tornado shot arrow kills the enemy that dropped the exalt. So you go and pick it up, and suddenly the carry is dead. Well, is it the carry's fault that he died? No. It is your fault in this case because you didn't check where the carry was, you just went for the loot. Now, of course, not everybody does that, but and it can happen sometimes. Sometimes I do that mistake sometimes. So this is not an accusation against anybody. I don't want again to be rude towards anybody. So what you would instead do is you follow the carry. Eventually, you will get back to the exalt because we have rule number 2. Notify the carry. Don't move on your own accord. The carry moves this way, you don't go your separate way, you don't read the map, you follow the carry, as Rule 1 states. So when you see something that the carry misses, like the exalt drop or a leak mechanic in a corner that, because he moved a bit further left, you've seen and he didn't, you can tell him, hey, there's a breach we missed. We missed an exalt, we missed an alva, there's a legion, there is a patient drop, we got a doctor, we got a mirror. You can always just tell him, hey, there is that. And then the carry says, okay, I heard you, or he notifies you in some way. And when it fits for the carry, you go back together and you do said mechanic you missed or pick up said loot. It is not your job to loot stuff, it's not your job to activate stuff. Now, if you get more accustomed to the carry, of course you can step in front of him, activate a breach, activate a legion, activate an alva if it's your instance. But this will require you and the carry to understand each other's playstyle. You need to understand how the carry runs the map before you can take work off the carry. Because if you think you know how he does it, and you activate a breach while he was about to activate a legion, now you suddenly have a breach and a legion. And in a juice map, this can be too much juice and too much stuff on the screen, which causes to no FPS, which can cause to either of you dying. Can happen. Did happen to me before, I did that mistake too. So it's fine if it's a mistake, but try to keep that in mind to make it only be a mystic a few times. And that brings us to rule number 3. Be audible about your actions. Now this already kind of incorporates rule number 2, but it's a bit more than that because it also extends to the carry. Now the carry also should be audible. He should mention, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to move up the ledge, for example, in a map like Promenade. But you should also be activating Wall Discipline. Wall Discipline isn't up. I'm running low on ES, I need to move out. Entering Alva, moving, loaded in. A lot of small mentionings will always help to let the carry know your situation. Because the carry doesn't see your screen, as you don't see the carry screen. So the carry who is built to kill stuff is fine, but he doesn't know when your wall discipline isn't up. He doesn't know when you're vulnerable because of said wall discipline. He doesn't know if you where you are exactly, because again, he's focusing on killing stuff and reading the map. So it's your job, like in rule number 1, stay near the carry. Rule number 2, let him know if he missed something. And rule number 3, let him know what you are doing. And if you incorporate those 3 rules in your gameplay, you will realize very quickly that the gameplay is going to be a lot smoother, a lot easier, and less dying for you and the carry. Now, with that said, let's take a look at actually gaming footage of myself with my carry buddy. We're running a Promenade map, Promenade with Delirium Mirror. I'm trying to go for Patient and Corrupted Sixlings. Now, something I talked over, so we're going back a bit. I'm loaded in and moved. So here you see me mentioning move. This is something I usually do whenever there was a grace period. Because if I move first and the carry moves, there's like a millisecond or 2 where he's unaffected by my auras. But if he moves first and I move after him, until I move, he's not affected by any of my auras. Because while I have grace, my auras don't affect anybody. I don't know why that is a mechanic, but I will bet because it is a mechanic of the game, we need to keep that in mind when playing Aurabot. Or any support or aura sharing build.
Everyone you have slain had a life, a family.
And wall is running. So here, like I mentioned, you see me mentioning, hey, my wall discipline is now up. I am now using it, so he knows he doesn't need to worry about me. I'm in a safe position. And as long as there's not a tiny thing that one-shots me, I should be able to survive it.
Okay, doing lower first.
Clicking on Alva. So here, because it is my map, he let me know we're going to do Alva. So I go up to Alva and activate it because it was my instance. I had the Alva missions. I needed to do that.
Yeah.
Open. Ready when
I'm in.
Inside. So here he says he's in. I let him go in first because if I would go in first, again, it would be situation. He wouldn't be affected by my auras. And once inside, it's the same as it was beginning of the map. I mentioned first when I moved.
Okay, let's go.
What it is. Now, here's actually something that I did that wasn't that good. If you have noticed, he moved on the left side and I moved on the right side. Now, while that is still in range of my auras, because auras don't care about walls, I was checking in the meantime what to do with where to go with the key of passage. That is something I distracted myself. That wasn't a good choice. And as I mentioned my good choices I made in this map, I should also mention a bad choice so you don't copy that. That was definitely something I shouldn't have done at this moment. And here I'm doing it again. Here. While the carry isn't really in danger, because he has a head under buff, it is still not a good thing to do. And if you do something in a situation where it doesn't hurt, you still did it, and it could be that you do it again in a situation where it would hurt you the gameplay and could risk the carry's life. Well, character life. Thought he could survive in the corner. Stone of Passage. Got it. So here you see, I was moving towards the Stone of Passage, but I was keeping the carry in the top left of my corner. So I was standing here, he stood over there, and only once he moved downwards, I moved and picked up the Stone of Passage. Any corner is fine, so I activate this one. So here I was checking while I saw the carry standing next to me and moving. So there was a good moment to check that if needed. But honestly, in most cases, the carry is the one hosting the map. So there is no really often a need for you to check what to go for. Opened. And there we finish the breach.
Good. Leaving.
Leaving. So we leave. Because leaving is fine. There isn't any danger at the beginning and here's a grace period outside. We both leave and I again say when I move. Back a bit. For the beginning corner.
Yeah, I'm going up.
Yep. Here you notice that he mentioned, hey, I'm going up. And then I moved up with him, so he let me know where he goes so I can follow him.
Beginning corner, you want to do it back here? I'm on it.
For the influence packs, if there are any spawns. Okay, now we can continue rushing.
Yeah, carrying on.
There I mentioned I want to check the beginning corner, and he moved first because he has a carry who goes with the map. He went there first, I followed him, we cleared it, and we continue on with the rest of the map. Wall discipline is down. And here's very crucial again, I did mention my wall discipline is down. So I let him know, hey, I'm vulnerable at this moment, be a bit more careful. He understood that. When he killed stuff, he didn't rush anything in if there would have been something.
Gonna go upstairs and loot back. Back this way.
Wait, I got sniped. Got slowed. Wall is running.
Warriors, going up here.
Got it. There again, I let him know I was getting attacked by the projectile thingies. Don't really know how these ones specifically are called. So I let him know that that was slowing me. So he waited a moment, so he stayed in my range. And then I moved after him again and everything was fine. So as I mentioned that my wall was up again. Oh, there's something I was doing again that wasn't that good. We go back a moment and you take a look here.
It's clear.
What you're going to notice is I'm in front of him. I'm between the unknown map part and him, which is not really a good position for me to be in. I can do that because I know about the capabilities of my build and I've played with him a fair bit, so I know about the capabilities of his build. But normally what you want to do is you have the unknown, the carry, and you. You want to be a bit behind him because carry is often the more tankier build because he has life leech, he has normal, he has leech, he has recovery, life on hit and stuff like that. Your only recovery is your wall discipline and regeneration you get every few seconds.
Up and then loop back around. Up as well.
And he let me know where to go, where he went, and I follow. Breach.
Yeah, take it.
So here I mentioned there is a breach, like I mentioned earlier with the rule number 2. Let him know where stuff is, don't do it. Don't do it on your own. And once he said yeah, and go for the breach, I went for it. Inside.
Excellent.
Ignited. Wall discipline. Throwing 6 link 1, throwing 6 link 2. Got it. Nice. A lot of Chayula splinters. Oop. You're out of my range, sorry.
Coming back.
There I noticed that I was in fact actually reading the map and I was moving with the breach and I didn't notice that he moved down. So I quickly let him know and tried to regroup, and once we regrouped we were able to move on. But that again is something, like I mentioned, that is something you should not be doing, and I did it there. And as mentioned, I should also mention things I do that are not good, which is this. Moving down.
Going down. Going to the bottom first. Clearing this corner.
Saw another Alva.
Yeah, coming up.
Honestly put myself in a bad situation because I was hosting the map. My mindset was I'm a carry, but I'm actually playing the support. So again, I think it's better if you just always let the carry house because you are always in the mindset of a passive runner in the map and not the actual owner of the map. My inventory is full with 6 links.
Okay, I got 6 links.
Breach 1 first. When he reaches Alva, yeah. When he reaches Alva, I activate Alva.
gonna go along and then downstairs and then around.
And you will notice it at other times. Like here again, I was kind of taking the lead because I was the one setting the map up. And again, it's not something that is a bad thing, but if you know how the carry plays and you got accustomed to each other's playstyle, it is okay enough to do. But not when you are completely unaccustomed to the carry.
Help it.
Yeah, you cannot activate a second breach while one is running. Only once the one fully closed, you can run the second.
Let's take the Alva first.
Yeah, it's open.
I'm going in.
Inside. So again, I let the carry go inside first, and once the carry was inside, I moved in too.
Yep. Okay.
Voldisk. And I instantly moved and activated Voldisk, so the carry is safe once he moves.
Up.
I need to connect this one, so we need to grab the Stone of Passage.
Okay.
And go back down where we just were. There's a connection I need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming
Let's
along.
clear this. Voldisk. Doors open. A lot of slow in this one.
Okay, leading.
Outside. Moved. Activating breach.
Yep.
So here in this case, because we already cleared the stuff behind us and there wasn't an option for other mechanics, I went ahead and took the liberty to activate the breach because I saw him already moving. Now this is something you can do. If there is nothing else, if there's just one mechanic, you can take the work off the carry to activate it, but only once you made sure he is in a state where he would have done it anyway on his own. Voldisk.
Staying lower.
Seeing the lost Alva.
Going up.
Yep. Voldisk.
Back.
We haven't cleared lower behind us.
Coming a bit behind.
Quickly. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it. I got most of it.
That's okay. Voldisk is running.
Going up. Clearing up and then we can take
Yeah,
over.
not really a lot more
Going
different
down
than what I
for
already did. Pretty much just running the
Okay.
map, sticking to the carry.
Enter.
Inside.
Yep.
Moved.
Go.
Voldisk. There again, I was giving the calls that everything is fine on my end. Or the signal that
I
at
got
least.
teleport headhunter, be aware.
And here, that is something very nice of the carry, because not every carry does that. It's the same as not every Aurabot does this calls. The carry mentioned, hey, I got the teleportation debuff, or buff, I don't know really what it is. It's supposed to be a buff, but it honestly for most a debuff. So he lets me know that he is moving a bit more uncontrollably, so I have to focus more as a response. I focus more on his position and try to quickly regain, get him back in the range of my auras. Didn't got the stone. It doesn't matter on this one though. Everything needed is opened. Voldisk down.
Okay.
Voldisk running. Again, let him know about my state. Also good while I record this, I also instantly get footage from my Aurabot guide. Move.
Weird. Going back, 6 link, moving up.
So again, he let me know that he is moving back in the map instead of moving forth, while normally what I would assume most people would do is moving forth. And the 6 link dropped, so I moved back with the carry. X, got it.
Going up.
Yeah, a bit slowed. Moving back a step.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
And here's what I meant. I let the carry know that this corner would be dangerous for me, so I said I'm moving back. He is focusing on all the enemies there on his screen, so he wouldn't been able to know that I moved back if I wouldn't have told him.
I'm gonna go down for more space, because lightning arrow.
Yeah. Then again, carry mentioned, hey, I need to move, and I act accordingly, because there were still enemies up there, so I could have assumed he would still attack them. The moment he was down, I would have caught off guard, but he mentioned it, so it was good, and I was able to follow. Behind you. Voldisk is running, lag.
I got teleported.
Moving back, careful.
Coming back, coming back. I got teleported again.
I can't move.
It's okay.
So here is a very bad situation because we were communicating and had the right intentions, both of us. But the execution was, he was getting teleported, so I knew I need to move to him. So he's in range, but I was in a risky situation where I would die. So we were both in a very dangerous situations and both tried to move on the others based on the knowledge we had. So we both had good intentions, just the execution wasn't that good because of the teleportation and the lag in combination.
It's teleport.
I'm trying to get to you because you're saying teleported, but then my FPS drops, so I to get
it's fine,
I'm
alive.
Yeah. So here we regrouped, and now we are able to clear this up. I let him know that on top of the stairs is actually another Harbinger.
Okay, I'm here.
I reposition myself because of my ball discipline.
Yep.
And we continue to finish the map. Breach activated.
Yep.
So yeah, you saw that he moved for the breach, so I took the step away from him.
We're not at the boss yet. I thought we were on boss corner. Activate the shrine.
Lower one is activated. I think I should have went for the upper one, but it doesn't matter. Just more enemies. Lower part.
Yeah,
now,
teleport down.
Something I would generally always do when you play with a carry, I'm just going to drop it here because it doesn't really fit in any of this. Before you run with the carry, make clear what he expects of you. Does he expect you to pick loot up? Does he expect you to not pick anything up? Does he expect you to go back and loot stuff for him? Does he expect you to place towers in a Cassia, in a Blight? Does he expect you to activate stuff or not? Everything of that can be pretty easily solved with just talking. Ask him what you expect you to do, and then tell him what you are assuming you're supposed to do, or talk why you run stuff, and you should pretty easily know what is wanted, what is asked of you, and what you can do to make the job of the carry easier. I'm downstairs too.
Bottom corner. Cool.
Cassia.
Cassia start.
Started. Skipped. So here you saw me getting ready to start it because of the Delirium, but I actually waited until he told me the go to start it, because again, he needs to read the map. If he wouldn't have been ready for Cassia, for example, because of headhunter buffs, or there was something on his screen that he saw he wanted to kill first, I would have been able to wait. And the moment he said go, I was able to start it with minimal time loss. Let's go near portal. Need to stand near the portals for the Delirium not to move. So, okay.
Explode. Crunch. It put out opening downs as well, so it needs to move down slowly.
Yeah, we can move further down now. This should give us a lot of time to stack up the top one to get even more beyond us.
Yep.
What is this running? Oh, here's something very funny happened. These flame things are annoying.
Yeah.
You notice that he is very positionary. He is not moving a lot, but you see me moving a lot around, but he's always staying on my screen. It's always my important job that I keep him there on my screen in the range of my auras. And now look at this. Holy. Even though I was suddenly swarmed by enemies, and if I would have stayed there, of course I would have died. I didn't jump up, behind me, left or somewhere. I jumped right towards the carry because, again, rule number 1, keeps the carry in range.
Yeah, I got about 2 FPS, I don't really know what's happening. I'm just popping vows.
Yeah.
I'm holding right click and hoping.
You don't want to die. There's an invisible enemy somewhere. No idea what was with those enemies.
Did I get it?
Oh, it was fine. Okay, let's
They
kill
go?
the rest.
Yeah, clearing.
Holy heck.
That was
My
insane.
screen was suddenly just enemies.
Yeah, same. Alright, I'm
Yeah,
moving it.
let's go for the finishing corner. As you can notice, we both having a lot of fun, even though it's a
Bonus
rippy
corner.
map and it's dangerous. We both having a lot of enjoyment from this. And we haven't actually died because we both doing our job properly.
Heading up.
Yeah. And there we are at the end of the map. There's not pretty much
Boss
anything
one
going
dead.
on. Just going to let it run till the loot
Boss
drops.
2 dead. Moving down.
We should be able to get 300 for this. This was a really good run. Oh god.
Patient drop.
Finally the
Minus-
patient drop. But yeah,
Yeah,
moving
I'm
that's
going
the
top,
last corner of the map.
top corner.
Again, he lets me
I'm
know
going
where
to
he's
die.
positioning himself,
Oh,
so
well,
I
it's
move
safe.
accordingly.
Coming
Moving
up
to
to
the
you.
left, right, I think. Going for patient. Okay.
Okay, I think we're cleared.
No enemies are up here. Yeah, I'm going to skip.
Yep, do it.
Let's see. This could easily be 300 or close to.
Can I not have but a moment to respond?
Oh, it wasn't.
Only 170 or 270.
Alright. Hopefully this was enjoyable for you to watch, and hopefully it also teach you a lot about how you can improve your Aurabot gameplay for more enjoyment with for you and for your carry. That being said, I hope I already said that. That being said, I wish you a wonderful day, and if you want more just war mapping footage without with just me and the carry talking, so you can learn from that too, let me know and I will upload some videos. That being said, now I've talked about enough, the video is long enough. Have a wonderful day and a great time playing PoE.